Let us see how our HTML file looks currently. I see two lists that we have created are using too much of space. I can place one list on left and other list on right and save a lot of space. We can achieve that by giving a nice looking layout to our page. One can create layout using tables or by using divisions. Divisions are more popular way of creating layout. In this lesson, we will learn to create div. Div tag helps you in multiple ways. It helps you create division, that is, creating a section within your HTML document. It helps you group multiple elements and then use CSS to style them. Web developers often use div tag to create layout for the web pages. Currently, our code has become bit too long and not the ideal place to learn new things. For all the new things that we will learn, we will use a test file and then apply the concepts that we learn on our index.html file. Let me create a test.html file. We will learn about divs in this test.html file. Please note that I have linked style.css to text.html file so that we can use the same styling in both the HTML files. I have removed all the unnecessary content of the default file. Let me write some text in my file and put it in div tag. When you check the output of this file, you will see something like this. At the moment, it tells you nothing. Let me add border to div so that you can see what exactly browser does when you add div. Since I have linked style sheet to text.html, I will define div styling in the style.css. Let me create a div selector to define border properties. As you see, I have added a solid black border of 1 pixel thickness. Let me save the file and see how it changes the output. You would see that by adding content in the div tag, we have instructed browser to create a div section for the content, and this division has occupied entire width of the page. In short, div created a box to add the content. Let me add second div and see what happens. The content in this div is div 2. You would see that browser has added yet another box. Also note that there is no space between these boxes. We can add some space by adding margin to div. Once again, we will go back to our CSS file and add margin to div selector. We have added margin top as 5 pixel. I will also put padding of 20 pixel. You would see that the two div sections that we have created are now separated by margin that we defined. Just the way we have added the margin, we could add other styling elements as well, such as padding, height, width, etc. In this lesson, we learned to create div. We will continue to explore more about div in the following lessons.